Hi, Sharks. It is Financial Sharktress, Galit Sadiq here, and I'm going to be continuing the topic from last week about the energy of wealth. And this week's topic is going to be about the law of attraction and how that correlates to finances and wealth. So, have you heard of the law of attraction? Do you know what it means? So to put it very simply, it is the principle that says whatever you focus on, you attract into your life. So if you focus on the abundance of good things in your life, you will attract more and more positive things into your life. But if you focus on the negative or the lack in your life, then you will attract more negativity, and the things that you want, you won't be able to get. So, this kind of sounds like super woo woo, right? When you first hear about it, it's like, oh, is this real? This feels like too magical. But it is. The energy that you put off attracts things to you. And that's with other people. We know this from having relationships with other people. If you meet somebody and they put out like a negative energy, you are not going to want to associate with them unless you're also feeling that negative vibe in your life. And that's what you guys connect on. So the more that you put in at, positive and abundance, then the more that you will receive on that energetic wavelength. Um, so if you're bored, if you're anxious, if you're stressed out, if you're angry, if you're resentful, if you're sad, you are sending out negative energy. That negative energy is going to continue to repel positivity and attract pessimistic people and pessimistic um, situations into your life, and bad events and bad and like these words do sound like a little woo woo, but it's true. And if you take a second to kind of look back on your life and the times that things were really going well for you, think about the energy that you were putting out into the world. And then the times that things weren't going so well for you, what was the energy that you were putting out into the world? Um, there are like 7 mini laws to the law of attraction. Now, the first one is the law of manifestation, which is the one that we normally think about. That is what we focus on, we will manifest or create into our lives. And that's the first type of, law, the first law of attraction that that we have. And a lot of things that you can manifest by having affirmations. And I'll share with you some of my money affirmations so maybe you can use them later. The second law of attraction is the law of magnetism. That means that's what we were talking about earlier, is that everything that's happened in your life, so the people, the opportunities, the things that have come into your life, is a direct result of the energy that you put out into the world. So you attract what you are. So think about that when you want to attract amazing things into your life. Are you putting out amazingness into the universe? If so, then that's when things are going to be attracted to you. That's when things are going to, like a magnet, going to be pulled to you. Number 3, the law of unwavering desire. So, a lot of people think that they know what they want. But do you truly, truly want the things that you believe you want? So you have to be certain and strong and just completely determined and unyielding in order for you to get something. When you're not really sure, or you're wishy-washy, or it doesn't have like a solid foundation, you're not going to be able to attract the things that you want. Number 4 is the law of delicate balance. So everything is balanced in our universe, and us as people, we also crave balance. So in order to get that balance, you have to be grateful and you have to appreciate what you have. So in order to feel balanced in your life and to get the things that you want, you have to be grateful and appreciate the things that you already have. So number 5 is the law of harmony. So this is the flow of life, right? Harmony is the flow of life. So when you are in harmony with the things around you, everything seems easy. When you're in harmony with your authenticity, with what you want, when your actions match what you want, that's when things start to flow. If you are trying to like swim against a current, it is going to be so hard. So swim with the current. If something is not going your way, if something is not going the way that you thought you wanted it to go, that's perfectly fine. Maybe that's a chance to think, maybe I need to pivot and go in a different direction. Maybe this will flow better if I go this other way that I'm being pushed in. Okay, that's number 5. Number 6 is the law of right action. So that is that your words and your actions affect everything around you and the quality of your experiences in life. So how you behave and how you treat others will determine how others treat you. It will determine how life treats you. And this can be thought of as like karma, right? When you put out good karma, you get good things to happen to you. You put out bad karma, bad things are coming your way. So start thinking about, am I treating others with respect? Am I doing the right thing with others? Am I doing the right thing in my actions? That was one of the big deciding factors that I took, and this is like a small side point that I took when I decided to be vegan. I wanted to make sure that I was living in a way that didn't hurt anything around me, that no living being had to die, had to have things taken from them without their consent for me to eat and survive. And it was possible for me to do. So why wouldn't I want to have that right action taken? So that was number 6. Now, number 7 is the law of universal influence. So it's so easy to think like, I am just one person. I am just a nothing on this earth and as a part of this universe. But the truth is that every little thing that we do has an impact on everything around us, on the universe around us. So consider something like the movie The Butterfly Effect. It shows the flutter of a butterfly's wings, what effect that had on things that were so far reaching. So think about it. Every little thing that you do has an effect on the rest of the world, has an effect on the rest of the universe. So make sure that you are doing the things that are having positive effects on the universe in order to get what you want. Okay, so those are the 7 laws of attraction. Let's talk about affirmations, because I think these are really, really great. And it's such a positive thing to affirm things to yourself. So I have numerous affirmations. I even designed if you want it, I even designed a meditation complete with money affirmations that just reach out to me, and I can make sure that you get a copy of that. But affirmations are something that I do just in general, and I actually started doing them every single day while I walk. So I go out and I put on a recording of some affirmations, and every day it could be different, but I have specific money affirmations that I would love to share with you. So very simply, you can say, I attract abundance. I attract wealth. I am capable of achieving financial security. I deserve to be wealthy. I can channel abundance even in difficult circumstances. I can handle the money that comes my way. I am in control of my money. It doesn't control me. And so those are some very simple affirmations that you can speak into existence over and over. And when you say things, your words create. So make sure that the words that you are using are creating the best possible future for you. And something I learned that your unconscious can't recognize when you're joking or when you don't really mean something. So if you listen to that little voice that says horrible things to yourself all of the time, your subconscious, your unconscious mind takes that as truth. So if you tell yourself, I am shitty with money, I hate myself, oh man, there's so many things. I am ugly. I don't know how I don't know how to adult. There are so many things that negative voice in our head says to us, that we have to counteract that by telling ourselves positive things. We have to counter that by giving these affirmations, whether they're money or other, because that is the truth that you want your mind, your unconscious mind, and your body to believe. You do not want your unconscious mind and body to believe the negative crap that you've been telling yourself. And so that brings us to limiting beliefs. What are the limiting beliefs that you have in your life that are basically repelling money from you? Is it that wealth is, or money is the root of all evil? Is it that wealthy people are spoiled and therefore don't deserve love? Is it that you're just not good at math or you're just not good at money? Those are all limiting beliefs that you are actually speaking into existence, that you are believing into existence. So we want to find ways to reframe that, and to, whatever the belief is, I want you to turn it on its head. I want you to, if you can, visualize yourself being good with money. I want you, so let's think about the different scenarios that you can visualize, right? You can visualize writing $100,000 check and depositing it into your account. You can visualize creating a savings account and that number going up and up and up until you realize until you see your goal number. You can visualize investing money and having it grow. You can visualize all different kinds of scenarios. And I want you to actually do that. So in the morning, when you've just woken up, I want you to take a minute or two and lay in bed and think about what your financial goals are. And then I want you to visualize you reaching that financial goal. And if you need to, put a visual aid there for you. So if your goal is to, I don't know, have $100,000, make a picture of $100,000 or make a picture of like $100,000 check and put it somewhere that you can see from your bed. I want you to start to visualize and to start to see what you want. I want you to start to see yourself getting what you want. And that will enable you to actually achieve it. You have to know what you want in order for the universe to bring it to you. I love vision boards. So if you can create a vision board, and if that's something that you want to do, please go ahead, have some fun, be creative, and make yourself a vision board. I literally have one right now on my door that I see every single day when I'm sitting on the couch, when I'm walking out of the door. It is constantly visible to me. So think about ways that you can make your goals constantly visible to you. Another thing that I want to really focus on is gratitude. So it is so incredibly important to be appreciative of everything that you have. And I have an exercise that I do to kind of like make sure that I am grateful every single day. So every single day, you don't have to do this in front of people. You can do this by yourself. But every day, I want you to think of 3 things that you are grateful for that happened to you before you go to sleep. So before you go to sleep for the night, think of 3 things that you're grateful for and say them either quietly to yourself or out loud. And I am a firm believer that if you could say it out loud, it is so much more powerful. So ideally, say it out loud. But if not, if you feel uncomfortable with that, say it in your head. And that will allow you to realize all of the abundance that you have in your life. And the more abundance you see in your life, the more you will focus on it and the more abundance you will attract into your life. And the last thing that I want to talk about is generosity. I want you to think about ways that you can give, because that is one of the most important things that you could do. That is one of the biggest karmic help, the biggest karmic help that you can give yourself, right? Think about how you give back. You don't have to give back. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. It can be of your time. It can be, something that you have in the house that you're donating. It can be a kind word to someone. I just want you to think about all of the ways that you can be generous in your life. And I want you to go for that. Be generous. Show people that you care about them. And that will open up a positive flow of energy that you can then feed off of. And it's funny because sometimes I say that, like, all of the charity work that I do, yes, it's for somebody else, but it's also for me. It also makes me feel great. It also makes me feel like I have something that was worth giving. So that is the last thing that I want to talk about today. And maybe I will delve even further into this topic next week. Let me know what you think if you're watching this now or watching this on the replay. Let me know your manifestation stories or your stories with the law of attraction. I want to hear the positivity come from your end as well. And I will see you later on in the week. Tune in for another episode of the Galit Speaks podcast. And if you want to reach out to me, if you want the money meditation, please reach out to me either on Instagram, financial_sharktress, on my email, galit@financialsharktress.com, in a comment on this video on YouTube, in my Facebook group, Righteous Revenue Fishbowl, send a message to my Facebook page, Financial Sharktress Galit Sadiq. There are so many ways to reach me. There are so many ways to share your story. So please do. And I will see you again soon. Happy Money Monday, everyone.